The writers are finally giving us the ultimate payoff we have been begging for, and the downfall is going to be spectacular. Right now, the atmosphere in town is absolutely suffocating. The tension has been building for months, with everyone walking on eggshells around Willow, who has seemingly been holding all the cards. She has been parading around, manipulating situations, and acting like she is completely untouchable. But behind the scenes, the walls have been rapidly closing in on her. The current situation on the show has felt like a ticking time bomb, especially with Drew slowly regaining his ability to communicate and the unresolved tension surrounding his mysterious captivity. Willow has been playing a very dangerous game of chess, assuming her opponents were completely blind to her moves. But guys, the latest insider leak proves that she is the one who has been playing checkers while everyone else was plotting a masterstroke of legal vengeance. If you ask me, the most brilliant twist in these upcoming episodes is how Brooke Lynn decides to completely pivot her strategy. According to the leaked script, Brooke Lynn finally realizes that petty personal squabbles and framing tactics are not going to cut it against someone as deeply entrenched as Willow. She decides to put aside all of her personal vendettas and emotional outbursts to execute a much bigger, far more lethal plan. Brooke Lynn is taking the strict legal route, and she is not doing it alone. I am absolutely thrilled to tell you that she secretly allies with Drew, Jordan, and Curtis. Yes, you heard that right, ladies. This is the ultimate dream team of vengeance, and they all share one singular, laser-focused goal: bringing every single one of the twisted crimes committed by Willow into the harsh light of a courtroom. Think about the sheer power dynamic of this secret alliance. You have Brooke Lynn, who has the inside track and the sheer determination to see this through to the bitter end. You have Drew, the actual victim of the horrific captivity plot, whose first-hand testimony is going to be the absolute nail in the coffin. Then you have Jordan and Curtis bringing their unparalleled investigative skills and law enforcement connections to the table. The leaked notes describe them holding a series of highly classified secret meetings. They are operating completely under the radar, meeting in the dark shadows of town to avoid raising any red flags. I can just picture the intense voiceovers and dramatic lighting as these four piece together the complex puzzle of the endless manipulations orchestrated by Willow. The level of detail in their investigation is exactly what we have been waiting for, ladies. The insider leak reveals that this alliance is not just throwing accusations around. They are methodically gathering concrete, undeniable evidence. They are connecting the dots of the toxic behavior, the illegal detention of Drew, and the countless other schemes that have plagued the town. Jordan is utilizing every single protocol in the police handbook to ensure this investigation is completely by the book. She knows that if they make one tiny procedural error, Willow could slip through their fingers on a legal technicality. Curtis is out there doing the gritty, dangerous legwork, uncovering the physical evidence of where Drew was held captive and tracing the financial trails that prove the massive cover-up. While this powerhouse team is building an airtight legal case against her, what exactly is Willow doing? She is walking around completely oblivious, and honestly, it is going to be so incredibly satisfying to watch. The leaked script emphasizes how Willow genuinely believes she is still the grand puppet master of the entire town. She thinks she has everyone exactly where she wants them. Because Brooke Lynn, Drew, Jordan, and Curtis are acting completely normal in public, Willow is lulled into a massive, dangerous, false sense of security. She has absolutely no idea that she has become the primary target of a meticulously planned takedown campaign. If you ask me, her blinding arrogance is going to be her biggest downfall in these upcoming episodes. She is so wrapped up in her own perceived brilliance that she fails to prepare any sort of contingency plan. Willow has no defense strategy, no backup alibi, and no idea that the ground is about to completely collapse beneath her feet. The leaked notes show her having casual conversations, smiling at the very people who are actively writing her arrest warrant. The dramatic irony is going to be off the charts, guys. Every time she smirks or acts condescendingly toward Brooke Lynn, the audience is going to know that a massive legal hammer is about to drop right on her head. The writers are playing this beautifully, letting Willow build her own pedestal, just so the fall will be that much more devastating when the truth finally comes out. The absolute peak of these upcoming episodes, the moment that is going to break the internet during sweeps week, is the actual arrest. The leaks describe a scene that is guaranteed to go down in soap opera history. Willow is just going about her day, probably sipping her morning coffee and plotting her next manipulative move, when the police suddenly show up at her front door. And let me tell you, they are not there to ask polite, friendly questions. They arrive with a formal official arrest warrant signed by a judge. The script notes indicate that this is going to happen in front of multiple witnesses, ensuring maximum public humiliation. I can already see the sheer shock and terror on her face as the heavy metal handcuffs click around her wrists. As she is escorted out of her home and taken down to the police station for intense interrogation, the horrifying reality finally washes over her. She looks around the precinct and realizes that Brooklyn, Drew, Jordan, and Curtis have been secretly working together this entire time. The sheer panic of realizing she has been completely outsmarted and outmaneuvered is going to be incredible television. The suddenness of the strike leaves Willow completely paralyzed. She has zero time to destroy any remaining evidence, she cannot intimidate any witnesses, and she is entirely unable to spin a new web of lies to save herself. The trap has snapped shut, and she is caught right in the middle of it with absolutely nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. But guys, here is the most heartbreaking and shocking detail from the massive insider leak. When Willow is sitting in that cold, sterile interrogation room, desperately looking for a lifeline, she naturally assumes her mother will come rushing to her rescue. She expects Nina to burst through the doors with a team of high-priced lawyers, but Nina does not show up to save the day. The leaked script reveals that Nina completely loses the courage to stand by her daughter. And if you ask me, this is a long time coming. Nina finally wakes up from her delusion and realizes that she has been unwittingly aiding and abetting Willow in her dark, twisted schemes for months. The realization hits Nina like a massive freight train. Nina recognizes that she has been heavily manipulated and used as a disposable pawn. The emotional weight of this realization completely crushes Nina. The script details a deeply emotional, tear-jerking scene where Nina has to make the hardest choice a mother can possibly make. She knows that if she tries to intervene now, if she tries to cover up the horrific captivity of Drew or any of the other severe crimes, she will be dragging herself right into a prison cell alongside her daughter. Nina is absolutely terrified of facing serious criminal charges as an accessory after the fact. So, in a moment of pure, agonizing defeat and self-preservation, she takes a massive step back and refuses to get involved in the legal mess. Nina refuses to provide a fake alibi. She refuses to fund a shady, underhanded defense strategy. Nina is forced to stand by and watch her own flesh and blood be led into what is sure to be a highly publicized, dramatic courtroom battle. She accepts that the legal system must now decide the ultimate fate of Willow, while she herself must grapple with the devastating consequences of her own blind loyalty. Nina is left completely shattered, realizing the massive mistake she made by trusting a master manipulator, even if that manipulator was her own child. The psychological breakdown we are about to witness from both of these women is going to be pure Emmy-worthy material, and I am telling you, you do not want to miss a single second of it. Let us talk about what this means for the massive upcoming trial that is sure to dominate the screen. The leaked script heavily hints that this courtroom showdown is going to be the stunning centerpiece of the entire season. We are looking at weeks of explosive, jaw-dropping testimonies. Imagine Drew taking the stand, finally able to speak clearly, and detailing exactly what happened during his agonizing captivity. Imagine the sheer terror on the face of Willow when Curtis and Jordan present undeniable, hard forensic evidence of her crimes. The hidden communications, the financial trails, the witness statements, everything is going to be laid bare for the judge, the jury, and the entire town to see. There will be absolutely no escaping the cold, hard facts. Brooklyn is going to be sitting right there in the gallery, watching her meticulous, brilliant plan unfold perfectly before her eyes. This trial is not just about sending someone to a cold prison cell. It is about completely and utterly dismantling the false, pristine image Willow has projected to the entire town for so long. Her carefully crafted reputation as a sweet, innocent victim is going to be shredded into a million tiny pieces. The writers are finally delivering the massive, satisfying payoff we have all been desperately waiting for. The slow burn of the secret investigation, the shocking climax of the public arrest, and the devastating emotional fallout between a mother and daughter, it is everything that makes daytime television so incredibly addictive. So, ladies, I have to ask you, after dropping all of these massive leaked details, do you think Willow will actually end up behind bars where she belongs? Or will she somehow find one last desperate legal loophole to slither her way out of this absolute nightmare? And how do you feel about Nina finally cutting the cord and saving herself? Is it a moment of necessary survival? Or is it just too little, too late for a mother who enabled this behavior? Drop your thoughts, theories, and frustrations in the comments below right now. Let us get a massive debate going in the comments section, and make sure you stay completely tuned to this channel because I will be bringing you more exclusive, mind-blowing insider leaks as soon as they drop.